Hello fans and friends across the universe, welcome to my YouTube channel From Me to You. My name's Keir Smith and today's video is the big one. Many call it an impossible task, and I will say I've been putting this list together on and off ever since I started this channel, certainly, but in truth I've been writing this list for around 25 years now. Naturally, I've thought long and hard about it. I've chopped and changed the list. There was a last minute change to the number 10 spot just the other morning, but here it is. Here is my top 10 favourite Beatles songs. Number 10 is Here Comes the Sun, and it feels like the sun is coming up as soon as you hear those bright opening notes followed by the gentle strumming of the acoustic guitar. Ringo excels on drums throughout, especially when you consider the odd time signatures. Oh, and those hand claps, the warm orchestration, the way that the Moog synthesizer doubles up with the guitar line. The lyrics are simple but very effective, and all in all, it's a superb, joyous and uplifting, melodic masterpiece. It's all right. Number 9 is Dear Prudence, and of the many highlights across the White Album, this one continues to rise in my affections. I love the circular melody created by the guitar line. As the lyric says, it does go round and round. It has a meditative quality about it that I get lost in. Really strong vocal from John and some super stylish drumming from Paul towards the end. Brilliant song. Number 8 is The Long and Winding Road, and this is so beautiful, a truly wonderful composition. The gentle piano, the softness of Paul's voice. And despite being the subject of much debate, I really like the orchestral arrangement, done by Phil Spector of course. It lights up the song for me. The underlining sentimentality in the lyrics is very affecting. It's one of the few Beatles songs that's reduced me to tears actually. It's so heartfelt and I love it. Number 7 is Your Blues, Lennon's anguish-fueled stab at the 12-bar blues. And the Beatles recorded this in a small annex room and give a great tight-knit performance. Ringo's drums are great, the jangly riff, the wiry guitar solo. It's a great groove with attitude and some interesting wordplay from John and lyrical imagery. He references Dylan's Mr. Jones and the eagle picks my eye, the worm, he licks my bone. Fantastic. Number 6 is Rain. Rain is so good, effortlessly brilliant, and for me it captures that Revolver sound period perfectly. The guitars on Rain sound amazing. Paul's super cool melodic bass groove underpins it all, and Ringo's choppy drum fills represent his best work on a Beatles song for me. And Lennon's stoned vocal fits the song perfectly. It should have been on Revolver. As it is, it's probably the best B-side ever. Number 5 is Penny Lane. Penny Lane is pop perfection, a nostalgic outlook on the joys of suburban normality. The sun always comes out whenever I hear it. The melodic genius of Paul pours into every bit of the song, backed ably of course by the great George Martin and his stunning and skillful arrangement. We've got pianos, harmonium, flutes, Dave Mason's piccolo trumpet solo, the dreamy harmonies around the uplifting, euphoric chorus. The song goes through many key changes. It's so effervescent and bright, and as we all know, it didn't get to number 1 in the UK, but it did in the US, and rightly so, because if ever there was a song deserving of getting to the number 1 spot, it's Penny Lane. It's absolutely sensational. Number 4 is Am The Walrus, which I think is the most original song ever, a complete one-off, John at his wacky and brilliant best. The lyrical imagery is surreal, bonkers but brilliant. Sitting on a cornflake, Semolina Pilchard climbing up the Eiffel Tower. It's mad. And again, hats off to George Martin. His arrangement is out of this world. The strings, the brass, the woodwind. He employed the Mike Sam singers who do all the giddy whooping and laughing. And when you put it all together, it's as much to do with George Martin's brilliant arrangement as it is John's weird and wonderful mind. There's so many things that I love about I Am The Walrus. It's an incredible song. At number 3 is It's All Too Much, inspired by LSD. This is the Beatles' psychedelic masterpiece, born out of a studio jam just days before the release of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. God, these boys are good. The guitars are striking, Ringo's drumming really drives the song with the hypnotic groove, and I really like the bass playing, and to this day I think we're still unsure who's playing bass on this song. I think there's a strong case for it being John. I like the lyrics very much. I like George's dreamy vocal. The chorus is brilliant and the horns are triumphant. I think it's an inspired piece of work. The Beatles at their most relaxed and loose. It's criminally underrated, but not by me. It's my number 3. Number 2 is Happiness is a Warm Gun, a 3-part song pieced together in breathtaking style. John got the title from the cover of a magazine that George Martin brought into the studio, and then John pulled lyrics from all over the place. I love John's vocal here, and the mesh of Ringo's heavy drums, Paul's thudding bass, and the sharp guitar sound from George make it another great band performance. I particularly love George's fuzz-laden lead guitar sound that prefixes John singing I Need a Fix 'Cause I'm Going Down, and later on when he sings Mother Superior Jump the Gun. Love those doo-wop style backing vocals and John's elongated falsetto at the end. Another completely original piece of work, and it narrowly misses out on the number 1 spot. Because number 1 is You Never Give Me Your Money, another incredible mini suite of melodies, fragments and ideas all pieced together. It really is the most stylish of compositions. The soft piano opening coupled with Paul's plaintive vocal is so heartfelt and pure, and then it morphs into this jolly honky-tonk style piano part where Paul sings Out of College, Money Spent. Great vocal part. And George's urgent sounding guitars that prefix Paul's singing One Sweet Dream is superb. Paul's bass playing is at his melodic best. The guitar solo at the end is among George's best for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all good children go to heaven. I love that part. The chirping crickets and the bells on the fade out. It's all so good. For me, it's the Beatles at their stunning best, the peak of their powers. It's an absolute masterpiece, and this song has been my favourite Beatles song for many years. So to recap, number 10 was Here Comes the Sun, 9, Dear Prudence, number 8 was The Long and Winding Road, number 7, Year Blues, number 6, Rain, number 5, Penny Lane, number 4, I Am The Walrus, number 3, It's All Too Much, number 2, Happiness is a Warm Gun, but the number 1 spot went to You Never Give Me Your Money. What a list to put together, eh? It caused me some serious headaches along the way. Number 10, Here Comes the Sun, that came in at the last minute. Number 9 and 8, Dear Prudence and The Long and Winding Road. I juggled them around a little bit. Year Blues settled in quite nicely at number 7, but 4, 5 and 6, Penny Lane, I Am The Walrus and Rain, I juggled them around endlessly. Numbers 1, 2 and 3 were okay. I've always had them 3 in my top spots and they've been there for many years. I'm very settled on them. You Never Give Me Your Money, Happiness is a Warm Gun, It's All Too Much, but yeah, that took some doing. Because then I started thinking about all of the songs I left out. Where's A Day in the Life? Where's Tomorrow Never Knows? Where's Strawberry Fields Forever? Can't I squeeze Mother Nature's Son in there somewhere? She's Leaving Home, and I Love Her. Anyway, I'm through with this. Now it's over to you. Go ahead, agree, disagree, shoot me down in flames. Of course, this is all subjective. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it the thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe to the channel. There'll be lots more to come. Thanks as always for watching. See you next time.